I would have to adjust my throat while I started. Okay, so this might look like a really interesting haul. So let me explain really quickly what this is. There is some food trucks in our area. I don't know what they call it. There's like a special name. But it's basically like a food bank that comes in a truck, and those that, basically sign up. You just put your name and number and how many people you feed on a sheet. You can wait in line, and then they just share this commodities, I think is a word that was used in California. I don't know if it's used up here. So my son and I went, and it takes about 15 minutes to get there, and then we waited in line for about an hour and a half, and then came home, and this is what we got. Now, I will say there was a car ahead of us. It was an elderly couple, and we were talking, and they said, hey, just when we're done, pull over here in the parking lot, and whatever we don't want, you can take home with you. And there was a lot they didn't want. So I'll kind of share with you what we got here. There is, say, 2, 4, 6 packages of this pork. So they must have given us all of it, because I think we each got 3 of them. And you do tell how many people you feed, but there was no difference between the 2 elderly couple that were there and the and my box. And I had said I had 7 people to feed. So there was no difference between the 2 and the 7. So there are 6 things of traditional rotisserie seasoned fully pork. So I'm going to make some, I think, carne asadas, I think is what it is. I'm going to make some enchiladas. I'm going to make a ton of like freezer meals with this. This was amazing. These are the 18 ounce, I believe. Is this 18 ounce? I think this is the 18 ounce size, maybe 12 ounce. I think 12 ounce actually might be more accurate. I don't know what a pint is, but we have 2 boxes. Yeah, the elderly couple are like, oh, I don't like blueberries at all. So they gave us both boxes. Now we did get raspberries last week or the week before, and they were all moldy, and it was just too much going through them and trying to salvage any of it. These aren't moldy. I don't see any mold. So I'm going to make some blueberry muffins. I'm going to make some blueberry cobbler. I've got some sour cream, and I'm just thinking, oh, wait till I tell you about the sour cream. Yeah, and I'm going to put some in the freezer because I really, really love a good blueberry smoothie. It is thebomb.com. So yeah, look at this. Look, we got 2 boxes, and there is 3, 6, 9, 12 of these in each one. So there's 24 here. Okay. So we have all the pork, all this celery. There is so much celery here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Because they gave us all their celery. There's 10 things of celery here. So we're going to definitely make some juicing going on here. I think I even might make some of my chicken wild rice soup, because I have some wild rice that needs to be used up. We're noticing some of our stuff is going rancid again. So, yeah, I want to make sure that I'm using up some of our pantry stuff. So I'll make some. That'll take up 1 celery thing. To juice is like 2 things of celery. And yeah, so we're going to do that. I've got 2 things of romaine. They don't want their romaine. They don't want any of their vegetables. What you need, babes? I have 3 watermelons. They kept 1. And then I've got some oranges. 2 things of oranges here. They did take, I think, 4 out of here. We have a ton of milk. So there's 3 half gallons there. And then the box busted. 6. So we have 6. And so then the sour cream. Look how big these buckets are.
And there's 3 more.
These are from Sam's Club. I recognize that. Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. These are a 3-pound tub of sour cream. I have 4 here. The elderly couple kept 1. So I have 7 tubs. 7 tubs of sour cream. Whew, we got a lot to do here. So that's what came today, and I'm going to be sharing with you what we're going to make with it. So stay tuned and watch what's next. So this is going to be the first recipe that I'm going to make. This is from a Amish and Mennonite Kitchens cookbook, and I've had this since childhood. We used to make this a lot as children, and I have from our local Amish salvage store. I've got some tapioca pearls here, and this takes up a lot of milk. So We're going to double this because we have company this weekend.
We're going to have to triple it.
I think I'm just going to double it right now.
Because double it when we double it, it just feeds our family.
Oh, well, never mind. I'm going to triple it. And so we're going to need 12 cups of milk, 1 cup of, this is minute tapioca, but seriously, you can use this and it's just fine. And then 6 eggs. I'm only going to do 1 cup of sugar because I still cut this down when we're making it for us. And then, yeah, we're going to use some vanilla. I don't typically like the lemon extract. I really like it with the vanilla. And here's what you can do. So you can pause it, write it down what you want, and we're just going to get started here. How much did you get?
I've gotten 4 and I need another.
So you've gotten 4 here, and we've used almost 8 cups for a, what is this? Half gallon?
Yeah.
And this is reduced fat, so whole milk is really better. But you make do what you got to do. So there is 8. And then we need...
This would just feed our family.
Yeah.
Because I double it every time and it just feeds our family.
Okay. I had some music going on in the background, so I'm going to do a voiceover. So this has been heating up for a good while at this point, and I will show you what the pearls look like, but I'm just wanting to let you know that all this milk, it takes a long time for this to get to a cooking point. I wanted to show you what tapioca pearls look like when they're about ready. Can you tell that there's like this clearness around them? So even though it's not like full on boiling right now, get some more. There you go.
Why did Dad leave so early?
He went to go get some stuff for the compost. So that's done, but it's not at a boil. So until tapioca is clear. Well, this doesn't say to bring it to a boil. So I have the egg yolks and the sugar and the salt in here. And it just says add a cup to this. So I'm going to add one. I'm going to add a cup and a half. So this is our third one. 1, 2, 3, and 1/3.
Why do you need to do that?
And we'll say that's a half. And this is cooking the eggs up. I probably should have done this. Probably should have done this with one hand. I'm just going to mix all that up. And the egg whites are going to have to be beaten until they're fluffy. So we'll need to get that going here. I still got a girl juicing over here. We got a good, this is just celery juice, and we put lemon in it to cut down on the bitterness. So I'm watching Arch Family Love. I just have it going on in the background, but yeah, we're trying to get, I don't know if you can see the egg down there, it's starting to cook. So we're going to get that done and clean up my pantry. And we have all these water bottles that we've saved, and I'm refilling them with water. So I like to have emergency water. I do have some emergency water, but these are going to go in the car. Any ones that do not have names on them, because we just keep going out and need water, and you can't use water fountains anymore in the stores. So we're just going to fill all these up that we have, and ones that have names on them. I think I have one already in there with Katie and the other kids. These ones we just take like if we're going hiking or if we're going to the park or the pool. We have this, and then we've saved these that we just fill up with water, and then they go at the top there because it's just is so high up and it's so deep that it's really not well used for anything else. So yeah, we are making progress. It's about time, and let's get this going. Bring it to a boiling point, and we're going to boil it for 2 minutes. My homemade vanilla. So back in my day, no, seriously, this is amazing, because when we were growing up, we had to stand with the beaters and like beat the egg whites, and all of us kids took turns because it took forever. I can just pop it in the KitchenAid and go and make sure that this don't boil over like it was trying to do so earlier. So we are almost done here, and I was like, this isn't that creamy, like why does it seem more milky? Oh duh, we used the reduced fat milk. It really is so much better with whole milk, but you know what? Waste not, want not, and this is what we're gonna do. We're back. So that's how it turned out. It's much more runny than what we're used to. So I'm not sure how that's gonna end up in the whole scheme of things, but it's okay. As you can see, I've got snitchers and they're not complaining. Okay, so we did some carrot, 1 cucumber, no, bag of carrots, to 3 bags of celery, a cucumber, and like 4 lemons, and it made, this was full to the top, we've been drinking it, and some of this. So that made a good full batch. Now, I'm getting started on this recipe from butteryourbiscuit.com. This is sour cream and blueberry muffins. I'll leave it linked down below for you. And I'm just going to get started here. I have people in town who are visiting, so I'm just going to use my wheat flour, and then we'll have a couple batches of this for them when they're here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start one batch at a time, because I don't like to double it, and then it doesn't, when you're trying to work it out and dish it out and then do the crumb on top, it just doesn't work. So I'm going to do one batch at a time, and I've got my silicone muffin cups here, and we're gonna get started. We're gonna get this done. It's gonna be a good day, y'all.
tapioca was good. It was a little milky at first, but then when it got to tapioca pearls,
It was delicious.
Delicious. I need the paddle. And this doesn't say to like. I don't know. I can't think. Look at that. Oh, yeah, one more.
Test.
That. Ooh, get in my belly. Thanks, babes. So I made one casserole for the freezer. It's all done. It's all ready. I'm going to share with you what I did. I have done a video on this and it's pretty old. It needs to be updated. But, so this is batch number 2 of our muffins. So we have approximately 48 blueberry muffins, and the crumble made enough for both batches. I did not have to make any more crumble. So we're doing that. Okay, so in a pan, I have an onion, some garlic, and I'm just putting one of these in there. So hold on. Can't do this two hands. Can't do this one-handed, I mean. Alright, so I have one of this container. This is, I would say it's definitely more than a pound of meat. So you could easily, I would say make 2 batches if you just want the meat. But, excuse me, the way I'm making it is I'm making it with a full thing of meat, and it really did make a great amount. Usually I'm kind of trying to stretch it through the 3 layers that you got to make. But this worked fine. So again, let's go back over this. We have 1 onion. We have a good a scoop of minced garlic. You can mince your own, whatever. I have this pulled pork here. And again, if you're going to make this, you can make it with, like rotisserie chicken. I'm going to use this pork. You can also do ground beef or ground turkey. Just need a pound. Yeah, I know. We need to get them pulled out. Okay, so we're going to heat this up. And then in here, I had a lot of little bit of salsas left. You need, the recipe I think calls for 24 ounces. I never do 24 ounces. I just do whatever I have. So you're just going to do, one of these. It's kind of like my...
something like dark. Is that supposed to be normal?
The other thing we're going to need is we're going to need one of these. And I would not recommend... This is all I have. I have this sweet corn cream style. We got a bunch of these for free from somebody that was cleaning out their pantry. But because I have so much tomato in here, this is going to work out okay. But honestly, if you're going to do the corn, I would recommend just your basic corn. Don't do this sweet style. And then what else we're going to do is we're going to do 1 teaspoon of chili powder and 1 teaspoon of cumin. It's like 4:38 now, and I realize I haven't updated in a while. But I've got 3 Ziploc bags in the freezer. Each has about 12 to 14 muffins each. So we have that, because this is the way my day is going. The neighbor behind us, anyway, yeah, he brought this huge bag of these huge tomatoes for us. So I got that. I'm currently working on a recipe, so I texted one of my besties and said, "You won't believe what I got." And so she's like, "Oh, I got a recipe for you." And it is a sour cream enchilada. It uses shredded chicken, but I'm like, nope, I got all this shredded pork. I'm going to do that. So in here is some shredded pork, 3 cups of sour cream. So I'm going to make 2, and I'm like using half of another container. I've only used 1 container so far. And so, yeah, here's our second container out of 7. So I still have 5 containers left. But yeah, so I'm getting another enchilada in. My husband just ran to the market here. It's a little more higher price, but for what I need, it's not going to save us any money for him to drive, 12 miles there, 12 miles back, and go to the Walmart. So, yeah, since it's her recipe, I'm not sure if I should share it. I don't have her permission, but I'll try to see if I can find an equivalent. But it's shredded meat, like 3 cups of sour cream. I'm putting in some olives. It does not have a can of these. I think I already put the can on the recycling. It's the canned chilies, the diced chilies. It does not have that, but I'm putting that in, and then it needs some garlic powder. And then you're going to cut up some green onions. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see what else I have. Oh yeah. Okay, so you just put salt and garlic powder. And so it's just going to mix all this up. And then you dip tortillas in olive oil. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to heat my tortillas up and then roll them and put them in a prepared pan. Top it with some cheese, and we're gonna go with this. This is what I'm gonna make, and I'll stick it in the freezer. Grumpy girl in the background. She just had this dagger look, how dare you? As she has a dagger in her hand. Okay, so I have a little bit of enchilada sauce left, but this is my last can. And I have enough here to make a 3rd casserole. So I'm just gonna take this marinara sauce that I have in the fridge. I'm just gonna I'm gonna ruin it. And I'm just gonna add a little bit to it, and then I'm gonna mix it up. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's all fine.
Take it out and share it with the animals. This is probably unnecessary.
My daughter's watching Angela Brana. So she's gonna be in the background, keeping us company. Whew. The 3rd sour cream enchilada. I showed you my little tip with trying to eke out the enchilada sauce. And then the cheese. There is a little bit less cheese on here than there is on the other one.
What? What?
3 done. My feet hurt so bad right now. It is almost 7 o'clock. I know people can whip these meal plans or freezer prep stuff out no time at all, but I'm a slow person, and I've got interruptions all day. So I'm doing this, but I'm going to use the last container of that pulled pork. So that'll all be used up. I was going to do, I have some ground turkey that I pulled out of the freezer. It is not ground turkey. It is sausage links. So I'll just cook those up and use those for something else. But you've seen me make this before. I made them on several occasions for other freezer meals that I've made. So yeah, we are, and it only used 1 cup of sour cream. I was like, we need to add more. So I'm making 1 taco casserole. I'm all out of my mixed cheese, so I'm using mozzarella that I bought to make pizza casserole for the freezer. I don't have any more freezer pans here to make that. And B, it doesn't use sour cream. So I'm going to get this done, and then I'm going to make another batch of muffins, because these muffins just don't last. They work as quick breakfasts. They work as snacks when I've got kids here that I babysit. So I'm going to make another batch of muffins, but I think I'm going to try applesauce sour cream muffins and see how many that will make. And I think, I'm sorry, odd angle, but my arm's hurting. Everything's hurting. I'm going to see what else my friend sent me that uses sour cream. She shared that you can take sour cream and like let it sit in cheesecloth, and she said that she used, I don't have cheesecloth, but she said that she used thin cotton, and so it's like a flour sack towel. She's like, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, she just lets it sit and makes cream cheese with it. She said it's a little tangy. I'm like, that's fine, because if I use the cream cheese for a blueberry coffee cake, it won't be a problem. So the sugar will hide it. So I might not, I'm gonna do that. And okay, my taco casserole with pulled pork, taco seasoning, and all the other good stuff is pretty much done. Just gotta top it with some more cheese, some olives. I got some olives over here. I got a little more green onion. And that is going to be it for, let's see, what do we have? 6 casseroles for the freezer. I'll have to do with Mexican lasagna and all that stuff, but that's okay. We like that kind of stuff anyways. Oh, and then I think you saw me do some of this. This only used up 2 of the celery. I think we still have 5 or 6 more, but this used up 2 whole stalks, and so this will just go in the freezer. This will be used for soups and whatnot. We're heading into that. And let's see what we got. I'm trying to use up some leftovers. Still have a ton of blueberries, so I'm gonna put some in the freezer. And yeah, right, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I got someone snitching over there. There's plenty of leftovers. I'm glad that you think it's good. I want it to be good. But that is good. Hey, make yourself useful. Grate some cheese over the casserole. So while she does that, I'm actually going to look for some recipes. I still have Bible study tonight. Guess what? I haven't done any of my Bible study homework. We are doing Acts right now, and I love it so much. So I'm going to get going here. You know how desperate you are when you're looking at recipes and you're not looking at the ratings. You're looking at which one has you use the most sour cream. I could scroll forever, I'm sure. But what we're going to end up doing is beat, B-E-A-T, bake, eat. I'm telling this for myself for later so I can find these recipes again. We're going to do their recipe for sour cream applesauce muffins. It uses half a cup instead of a quarter cup. A lot of them seem to use only a quarter cup. And I'm like, that's not enough. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to make this applesauce. Oh my gosh. Applesauce sour cream muffins. And then my daughter's like, can you make a sour cream cake? So I'm going to do that too. A coffee cake. Yeah, so I'm going to do that too. Look at me go. Okay, so what we have here is
Dessert?
2 cups of sour cream, 2 oranges kind of chopped up into here, a container of blueberries, a bag of coconut flakes. Let's see, so how much? A 7-ounce bag of coconut flakes, and a bag of marshmallows, and some cinnamon. And this is really, really, really good. 8 minutes left on the first batch of applesauce muffins. It is almost 9:30. I have been in the kitchen since 10:30 this morning. Did I show you us making, it's called the 5-cup salad. And it has like 1 cup of sour cream, 1 cup of this fruit and that fruit and every other fruit on the planet. I think I might have filmed some of that. So we did that. This is what I have left of this 3rd thing of sour cream, and I'm just going to put it in a smaller container and be done for the night. So we're going to wrap it up here. So this is, let's see, there's 2, 4, 6, 7 packages of these blueberries, and I'm sure we'll just eat them. These are going to go in the freezer. There is 7 here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 casseroles. I think this is going to be the perfect amount for stroganoff. So I'm just going to do 1 pan stroganoff soon. And we're going to call it good. I've got a kitchen. Of course, the worst part of everything is like cleanup. This is the 3rd batch of dishes I have washed today. And that's going to be it. Because I'm so tired and I still have Bible study. So, thank you for watching this video. And I will... Did you guys eat all of those almonds? Just now?
No.
Wow! There's still some potato soup if you need something, babes, before you go to bed. Just brush your teeth afterwards. Yeah, you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.